Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Wednesday, March 19th, 6:45 p.m. Mountain Time, 2025. A major blizzard moving its way across the Central Plains and Upper Midwest as we speak. Keep calm. It's boom time. A blizzard hammering the central U.S. led to highway closures in at least 3 states today. Miles of Interstate 70, 80, and 29 were closed to blowing snow and low visibility at times Wednesday as blizzard conditions pummeled Nebraska, Iowa, and Kansas. Here we can see the live radar. It's still snowing in Iowa, Minnesota there in the southeastern corner, with a wide swath of snow across Wisconsin. It's going to make its way east over the next 24 hours or so. Winter weather alerts across the central U.S. from Lincoln, Nebraska, up through Mackinac City and Marquette. And snow still to come. You did see the live radar and the global warming goodness coming down. So we still have heavy snow to fall from Omaha to Marquette. Up in the Upper Peninsula, in fact, we could be seeing some spectacular numbers, 12 to 18 inches. Damaging Omaha blizzard, closed roads, grounded flights, and left tens of thousands without power. And they're still without power. Take a look at this. Earlier, before we started the show, Nebraska had 102,000 without power. Oh, it's getting a little better, 101,000 after a refresh. But power outages in Arkansas, Missouri, Indiana, and Iowa, and these will continue. And I imagine tons of power outages will pop up in Wisconsin as the storm makes its way to the east. And Seward County is one of the hardest hit areas of Nebraska, buried under snow after the blizzard blasts through. Here is the snowfall analysis from the last 48 hours as of 7 a.m. Central Time. You can see the numbers from the storm that fell today, not on the list yet, but we did pick up almost 3 feet of snow in northern Wyoming. And the bad news is that spring is emerging. Well, that's not bad news. Spring is good news. But the bad news is that areas that are in full bloom or pushing leaves are now under blizzard warnings. So some areas experiencing an early spring while other locations are running behind. And in the areas in blizzard conditions gripping the plains, while tulips and daffodils are in full bloom across the south. Now, that is bad news because Omaha, Nebraska is a perfect example. Spring arrived 2 weeks early in Omaha, but the city was under blizzard conditions on Wednesday. It's actually the wind and cold temperatures that could disrupt the spring leaves and blooms in Omaha more than the snow as temperatures fall into the low 20s. Any trees with their flowers out, especially fruit trees, well, that is going to become damaged. And if you're wondering why your eyes are watering or you're sniffling across the south, take a look at the tree pollen index. Very high across the desert southwest and the southern tier, set all through central Texas and a huge swath all the way through the southern states. And here's the full forecast. We've got blizzard conditions from the central plains to the upper Midwest with critical fire weather in the southern plains. A spring blizzard is moving from the central high plains to the upper Midwest and then the Great Lakes today and into Thursday. The combination of heavy falling snow and strong winds will create snow-covered roads and near zero visibility at times, which we saw all day throughout the Midwest with those road closures. Gusty winds and dry conditions will continue critical fire weather today through Friday from southwestern Texas into the southern high plains. All the areas in pink under high wind warnings. So this is going to be a big one. I told you yesterday that storm moved out of the Four Corners region like a lion. And so heed the warnings and keep your cigarette butts inside. There we can see the storm bombing out the blizzard conditions on the backside. 6 hours from now, it's going to rocket up into eastern Canada with some flurries on the back end as it makes its way off the coast here Friday. Friday and Saturday, a storm will move into the Pacific Northwest, bringing more snow and a little twirly storm here On the end of the weekend, we'll bring some snow to the same regions that this storm provided. Overall, pretty quiet pattern here for spring. Ding, ding. Well, the big question is how much snow will fall in the next 3, 6, 9 hours. By morning, that storm is going to really have dumped most of the global warming goodness and will be over. The remnants will just be flurries as it makes its way east here through the northeast. And the biggest snow will actually be on the west, in the Cascades, in Washington and in Oregon there. Could be picking up 3 or 4 feet of snow in the higher elevations. Let's walk the weekend through Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. More snow for the northern plains there, the northern tier. And then Monday, Tuesday of next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, we could see another system spearing its way across the center of the U.S. I said it. Seismic update. No quakes of note. Interesting rumbler off the southern coast of Adak volcano in Alaska, kicking in at 5 magnitude. And weird earthquake here, 3.6 in Riviera Rouge, Canada. Most recent rumbler happening in Bab, Qatar. How do you like them apples? 4.1. Overall, low-level activity worldwide. Worldwide volcano news for March 19th. We've got Liwatol volcano puffing to 7,000 foot. Semeru, who knew? Now you do 15,000 foot blast there. And we've got a report on Svartsengi volcano, the Reykjanes Peninsula. Uplift continues there. It seems to be dropping. I wonder what that little activity is. But an eruption is imminent any day. Santa Guito puffing and passing Nevado de Ruiz to 21,000 feet. White Island, continuous low-level eruption. You can see the streamer there from Sentinel. We've got eruptions at Ibu to 7,000 feet. Sungay to 18,000 feet. Semeru to 15,000 feet. Volcanic ash at Reventador. Liwatobi to 10,000 feet. White Island to 5,000 feet as the activity at Svartsengi continues. Ibu to 7,000 feet. Liwatolo. It's a hard one to say. Puffing and passing. And Marapi, a 13,000 foot blast, wraps up worldwide volcano news for the day, bringing us to space weather. Well, we did have some flaring today, low level and M flare, and it appears as if another one is kicking off. This came from that active region we pointed out yesterday was growing. Active region 4035 in the northeast quadrant. No, active region 4031. Anyway, I do digress. There is the M1.5 solar flare. No real coronal mass ejection or any worries for geomagnetic storming at Earth. But I do digress. So the sun is becoming active, and it is from this region here departing. Notice the trail of sunspots. So we do have some magnetic mixing there. 4021 could, I believe, shoot off a big flare as it turns the limb here. But we're keeping our close eye on 4031. As well as 4035 looks like to be a large plage and potential magnetic complexity there as well. But the flaring is low. 3-day geomagnetic forecast is all quiet after we had that strange aurora yesterday event, which in fact was due to the fact that the BZ pushed south and not space weather itself. It was the magnetic fields and the plasma environment. David Hole is a precious metal finder. People that use metal detectors that go out on ancient landscapes to find coins and jewelry and such. Well, he hit the jackpot. He found a rare 4.6 billion year old meteorite, and it is quite heavy. He has basically hit the jackpot here in the greatest find of any metal detector's history. He found a big one. That's worth tens of thousands of dollars just on weight alone. And let's just kick it up a notch, shall we? Well, let's talk about, that was an iron meteorite, but the largest iron deposit on Earth has just been discovered. And thanks to geologists like Diamond, the largest ever iron ore deposit was found, and it's a staggering amount. The iron ore deposit is so large that it has the potential to reshape global trade. This is a 55 billion metric ton treasure trove. The new discovery makes Hammersley, which is the region they found this iron ore deposit, in Australia, Western Australia. Hammersley Ranges in Western Australia. It makes Hammersley one of the most valuable mining regions on Earth. With a current market price of $105 per metric ton for iron, the total estimated value of this iron deposit reaches $5.7 trillion US dollars. That may seem like a lot, but it pales in comparison to our deficit. But I do digress. Guys, if you didn't know, we're going to be at the 15th annual San Luis Valley Seed Exchange, April 12th and 13th. Come out and visit Diamond in person. Get all the free seeds you could ever need to jumpstart your growing season. Meet like-minded people. Get a cup of our free tea, hops tea, and meet Alien Allen, perhaps. Join us in Moffett, Colorado, April 12th and April 13th for an amazing event. And join us in just a few minutes on this same channel for an amazing expose on, well, astrology, the most ancient science on planet Earth. I believe we make a good case that astrology comes from far beyond the Paleolithic, deep into the Ice Age. And Göbekli Tepe is one of the oldest areas. Well, Chevet Cave and other regions actually was some of the oldest depictions of astrology. But Micah Dank joins us for an amazing expose on astrotheology. So come join us and enjoy the ride. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please join us over for the next video and have a blast with Diamond and Micah Dank. We love each and every one of you. Hit the thumbs up, do all the YouTube-y things, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, share this video, and be safe. We love you, and that is a boom, especially if you're caught in that blizzard.